So, Ronnie2k has kind of been the guy that everybody looks at to blame all the time, no matter really what happens. Anytime something goes wrong with the game, fuck Ronnie, screw Ronnie, Ronnie's a dumbass, Ronnie fix your game. And I don't think anybody understands that Ronnie doesn't do anything. Ronnie is the face. Ronnie is just the guy that you blame. Ronnie is actually kind of tall. Do you guys remember the Live God, whatever his stupid name was? That was NBA Live's face. That's the guy that they chose to be the spokesperson that everybody would look at and be like, yeah, this guy's cool. Except, I have to assume that you guys think that Ronnie actually works on the game because he looks somewhat formal, whereas this guy looks like he's trying to be a relatable teenage cringe. So, if Ronnie isn't the guy who works on the game, what does Ronnie do? Ronnie is a digital marketing director, which basically means he tries to make the game money. Not with VC or microtransactions. He's more of the branding guy. So for example, if he's playing the game with celebrities, that's marketing. Keep the game relevant, keep the game seeming interesting, and people will want to buy it. If he's advertising the game in any way on social media, that's basically his job. He has absolutely nothing to do with the gameplay of the game, although he does play it and give his opinions sometimes. So the real man behind everything is this adorable little Asian man named Mike Wang. So what is Mike Wang's job? Mike Wang is the senior gameplay director, which, as you can guess, means that he covers all the gameplay, all the sliders. The reason you're missing open layups, it's Mike's fault. But it's just funny that nobody ever looks into it and actually blames the right guy. And Mike actually used to work on NBA Live, but has moved to NBA2K since around 2K10. Mike has been a part of a lot of projects. He clearly understands what is expected of him and what he needs to do every year. But I think the problems arise when 2K is just a greedy business. You pay $60 for the game, most people then pay another $50 for the character, and then you might realize that this character isn't that good, and then you gotta make another one. Which is partially the reason why you can pay the game and then your character just still misses because badges are so prevalent and that's gonna take you forever to get. And if you play my team, you know that if somebody has a better player than you, a better team than you, it's just a teensy bit harder to win. Even if they're not very good at the game, they don't really understand basketball well, just because they have higher overall players, you're going to notice some weird things happening. Like if you have Shaq on my team standing at the right block and some other guy who comes down the lane isn't very high rated, tries a layup, if Shaq jumps, you're just going to miss. And the reason behind that is because a thing that me and the boys have called aura defense, which is basically the concept that there's an aura of defense around your character. And that gets higher if you have a higher interior defense rating or perimeter defense rating. That's why if it's a higher rating, you get a higher contest, which has been in the game forever. But now that there's a badge called Intimidator, people are becoming a little more known to it. And basically why this is in the game is so my team cards can be super overpowered and they can be pay to win. So those are the reasons that Mike Wang might have limitations as far as that goes. But let's focus on the things that he can control. I'm of the belief that Mike Wang really doesn't know what he's doing, and also of the belief that the community doesn't really know what they want either. Which the problem kind of arises when Mike Wang has to outsource to the community to try to figure out what people want, and then the community, which, if we're being completely honest, if you've ever played with randoms, a lot of people don't understand how to play basketball. So they suggest that, Mike, I just want to make open shots. That's all I want. I want to be rewarded for taking good shots. Which completely makes sense, but then Mike blows it out of proportion and he raises the percent that you make open shots. And then we start seeing pure slashers make threes. We start seeing glass cleaners make threes. 2K's a shit game.
Mike, I just want a green, Mike. Mike, can I get a green, please? I'm tired of the full bars.
I don't really see what the problem is if you're making it. And of course, Mike is of the idea that, well, NBA players, even the best, only shoot about 40%, which is just really stupid when you think about, is Stephen Curry really going to make 40% of 100 threes if he's wide open? Is any NBA player? No, they're not. They're going to make almost every single one. That's why when they do get left open in a game, that's really bad. And 2K has also kind of disguised this, and by 2K I mean Mike, by saying, well, to be honest, last year's game, we weren't really able to play defense that well. This year we've really toned in on defense so you can lock up. So if you miss shots, it's because of that good old defense. Then of course some people aren't very good at the game, they go to Mike, and then 3 months later they revert all the changes. So let me make something completely clear. If you're getting dropped off in 2K, it's mainly not because of the game, you just need to get better, dude. But of course there's this thing with ego in 2K players. I've never heard anybody say, yeah, you know, I'm alright at 2K. You know, they're always saying, I'm the best on 2K, bro. I never lose at 2K. I'm the 2K GOAT, you know what I'm saying? So when you combine all these people that don't really understand basketball, they don't understand how the game actually works, they go on Twitter and they kind of start a riot with Mike, for the people that actually understand that Mike is in control. And poor little Mike Wang, who doesn't really know what he's doing and is kind of desperate to get the game back on track. Every single year the game has a terrible rating. He listens, and it's just an endless circle of the same thing over and over again. I'll be honest with you. Does this look like the type of guy who knows how to do his job? This guy is actually on Twitter starting polls asking people what he should change. Imagine if you did that with your job. Imagine if you were a firefighter and you show up to the scene and you're like, hey, I really don't know what the fuck to do. I just really need your help right now. The moral of the story is, can we just at least start blaming Mike? If nothing's gonna get fixed, can we at least just focus the blame to the person who's actually in charge of it? So starting today, I say we start a petition. The Fire Mike Wang petition. Missed a layup? Fire Mike Wang. Any video you have, are you missing a layup? Are you missing an open three? Are you missing a green? Send it to Mike, hashtag Fire Mike Wang. I'll link his Twitter in the description. So that's kind of it, guys. If you liked the video, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I'm going to be trying to keep up this type of content, and I'll definitely make more of it if it's well perceived. Now let's fire Mike Wang.